More than 50 million people across a large swath of the U.S. are under a severe weather threat Friday, one day after storms cut a deadly path across Texas and Florida. 3 people were killed in Perryton, Texas, when a ruinous tornado slammed the town Thursday, the fire chief told CNN. The storm also sent up to 100 people in the Texas Panhandle town to the hospital with injuries ranging from head wounds to abrasions, the Ochiltree General Hospital interim CEO told CNN. And a person in Florida died after being trapped under a tree that fell on their home, Escambia County officials said. The county, which includes Pensacola, was hit with flash flooding emergencies overnight, leading to high water rescues, the National Weather Service in Mobile, Alabama, reported early Friday, citing local rescuers. Widespread and significant flash flooding was continuing in West Pensacola, Warrenton and Gulf Breeze, Escambia County Emergency Management said. Numerous roadways remain flooded with water entering several structures, emergency officials said. Nearly 150 residents of an apartment complex in Pensacola were moved amid the rising water Friday morning and taken to a community center for shelter, county officials said. Warrenton, just south of Pensacola, got nearly a foot of rain in just 3 hours. Radar estimates indicate as much as 16 inches of rain fell overnight, and more is expected Friday. A flash flood watch is in effect for the area until 7 p.m. Many of the areas that saw severe conditions Thursday could see storms return as a level 2 of 5 slight risk of severe storms is in place for parts of the South, Mid-Atlantic and Southern Plains. Large hail, damaging winds and tornadoes are possible in the slight risk areas, which include Montgomery and Mobile in Alabama, Little Rock, Arkansas, Jackson, Mississippi, and Tallahassee, Florida. A marginal, Level 1 of 5 risk is in place from South Dakota to Florida and for parts of the Mid-Atlantic, a huge zone that includes hard-hit Perryton. Other cities in the marginal risk area, which could see large hail and damaging winds, include Philadelphia, Baltimore, Washington, D.C., Denver, and Jacksonville, Florida. The storm that swept through Perryton damaged homes and businesses in the town of some 8,000 residents, including the local fire department and EMS, as well as multiple mobile homes, Fire Chief Paul Dutcher said, noting many of the department's trucks were damaged. A tornado formed, and it just dropped on us. It came out of nowhere. There were no sirens, no time to get to a shelter, Perryton resident Jamie James said, telling CNN she had to ride out the storm in her truck. There was a time I thought I was going to die, she said. Everything went crazy. Dumpsters were flying, hailstones hitting the car. James's home is still standing but the structure next to it is destroyed. She said the tornado is a devastating blow to the city she's lived in for 15 years. So many good people in this town. We look out for one another. The city's power facilities were shut off for safety purposes, according to Xcel Energy. Transmission lines supplying the city with electricity have sustained damage and many lower voltage distribution lines are down in the city, said Wes Reeves, a spokesperson for Xcel Energy. Xcel Energy personnel are working to ensure the safety of Perryton residents and first responders. An estimated time of restoration is not yet available, he added. As of 3 a.m. Central Time, more than 220,000 homes and businesses across Texas were in the dark, according to the tracking website poweroutage.us. In neighboring Louisiana, more than 130,000 were without power, and outages were also reported in Oklahoma, Florida and Alabama. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has deployed state emergency resources to meet urgent life safety needs in Perryton, Texas, according to a news release from his office. We remain ready to quickly provide any additional resources needed over the course of this severe weather event, the governor noted in a statement. Resources from surrounding areas have poured into the city to provide much-needed assistance. Officials in Beaver County, Oklahoma, sent fire, law enforcement and EMS units to help, according to the county's emergency manager Keith Shadden. Neighboring city officials in Stinnett, Texas, also began sending officers and EMS crews. The sheriff's office in Hutchinson County, which includes Stinnett, also sent rescue and emergency operations following the devastating tornado, according to a Facebook post from the office. Medical help also came from staff at nearby hospitals who swiftly aided up to 100 people after the tornado struck, Ochiltree General Hospital interim CEO Kelly Judici said. A few of them took patients to their hospitals, most of the staff just stayed here and worked, she added. On Thursday, there were 2 tornado reports in Texas, 4 in Oklahoma and 1 in Michigan, according to the National Weather Service, with the tornado in Perryton being the most significant. People lost everything today. The tornado, which was confirmed by the NWS, cut through some of Perryton's main sections. It literally hit the residential, the downtown and then the industrial as well, storm chaser Brian Empfinger told CNN. The worst damages he saw were in the northwest part of town, where the tornado barreled toward a mobile home park directly in its path, Empfinger explained. Help rushes into Perryton, Texas, after tornado rips through community. The storm produced a wall cloud very quickly, and that wall cloud tightened up very rapidly, and then it just went to the ground very quickly, Empfinger added. On the northeast side of town, about 300 people were sheltered inside Perryton High School after the area saw extensive damages, the school's athletic director and football coach, Cole Underwood, told CNN. We have the gym space, and we have the capabilities to help the people that have lost everything, and we're more than willing to do that, he said. Sadly, there's just not a list of things you think about that you need on hand, but people lost everything today. U.S. Representative Ronnie Jackson, who represents Perryton, said the community needs help. If you are in the area, I ask that you do whatever you can to help your neighbors. Food, fuel, water, generators, anything you can. Thanks for watching.